Hey, Faith Mamas, I'm so excited that you are here for this really impromptu video. I had a desire to speak to those that are desiring to lead online ministries. So, I've been leading online ministry for a little over 4 years now, and I really want to share some of the things that I'm learning, especially with women that have a desire to lead online ministry as well. I don't know if that's something that you guys are interested in, so please tell me in the comments below if these are videos that you would like to see. But I'm just going to step out there and give it a try. Today, I'm going to talk about my journey to monetizing this Faith Mamas Tribe YouTube channel. And you may be thinking there's so much more to leading online ministry than monetization, and there absolutely is 100%. The reason that I want to talk to you about this is because this was a big deal for me and the ministry that God was doing with me. And why do I say that? Because one of the things about leading the online ministry that God was calling me to was that finances were not supposed to be a barrier for people to be able to access the community. And what do I mean by that? I couldn't just charge women that wanted to come into the community, charge them a membership fee, because that's something that God really, really spoke to my heart about not doing. However, the ministry costs a lot of money to run. We currently have a standalone app. We don't use a Facebook group, and the app costs thousands of dollars every year to run. And if you haven't checked it out, make sure you do. The Faith Mamas Tribe app, we would love to see you there. It functions really similarly to Facebook, but in my opinion, it's even cooler. But it costs thousands of dollars to run. And so I didn't have at that time thousands of dollars to put into this. So I needed strategies on how to bring in the income. And these are the strategies that the Lord really put on my heart. And I want to talk to you about the ones that I have on my heart, but also really hone in on the monetization on YouTube. So these are the strategies. Of course, donations, giving people the opportunity to donate. We also sell apparel, journals, and books, a YouTube ad revenue, podcast ad revenue, affiliate marketing, Amazon Smile program, sponsors, blog ad revenue, and our annual retreat. And as you can see, none of these things require us to have to charge people to become a part of the community. Like if you want to become a part of the Faith Mamas Tribe and access the online app and access all the community and resources and the downloadables and everything, that you would have to pay. No. Nobody has to pay. It's absolutely free. But we did have to bring in the income from somewhere. And those are the revenue streams that we currently are working on. And so I want to talk to you specifically about YouTube monetization. And so in 2020, November of 2020, and I'm looking down at my notes to make sure I get my dates right. November of 2020, I really got serious about this Faith Mamas Tribe YouTube channel. Before that, I was kind of posting videos every now and again, here and there. I didn't really have much of a strategy. But in November of 2020, that's when we launched the Faith Mamas Tribe Mornings with Jesus, which was a daily live devotional on YouTube. And when we started, let me tell you, we would have like 5 people on live. Like it was not like this, oh, I started a live stream and there's thousands and thousands of people. No. We had five. On a good day, we had like 10. It was like, woo, come on, 10 people on live. But we did that. I did that every single day on a live stream starting in November of 2020. However, from November, I just want to give you these dates from November of 2020 to January of 2022, which is a little over a year. We had gotten about 600 subscribers. So it wasn't even enough to be fully monetized. Now, let me go back. Let me break down how do you become monetized on YouTube? You have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to become monetized on YouTube, which means that they will pay you for the ads that are on your videos. I was at 600 subscribers after a year's worth of work on the platform. And I was like, wait, hold on. What am I doing wrong? I mean, I was doing all the things that everybody said. I was on Instagram. I was on Facebook. I was posting in this place and posting on that place. I was posting regularly and consistently on this platform. However, I didn't see the traction. Then I prayed in January. I gave up some things that I believe the Lord was leading me to give up. And I'll talk to you a little bit about that there. And I saw a huge jump. We went from 600 subscribers to 1,100 subscribers in just 2 months after prayer. And I want to talk to you about that. And I want to talk to you about the monetization process really quickly. All right. So first things first, how did this process work and what were the steps that really helped, that I really believe helped me to become monetized on this platform? Number one, be consistent. That's something that I had from day one in November 2020 when I made a decision. Hey, this is what we're going to do. This is where I believe that the Lord is leading, and I'm going to be consistent with it. And I believe that being consistent helped that, that daily devotional time that was live grow from, 10, maybe 10 people to 50 people on a live, and it kept growing and growing from there. And of course, it's not like thousands upon thousands yet, but I saw the growth because of the consistency and because of what God was doing with that time. So the biggest thing is like, don't quit and don't give up, right? That's the biggest message right here. Don't quit and don't give up just because it's not happening like that, right? Be consistent over time and trust God. If this is where God led you, if he led you to start that YouTube channel, if he led you to start the blog, if he led you to start the podcast, then dig your heels in right there and determine to be consistent. This is the part that I think changed everything in January when I was in prayer and asking Lord. I said, God, I've been at this for a year. I don't really know, if I'm doing this right. Is there something I need to do, changes I need to make? And one of the things that really dropped in my spirit was let go of the vanity metrics. I was so focused on like, how many Instagram followers do I have? How many people liked my Instagram post? How many people are on my Facebook page? How many people like my Facebook page over there? Like, I was so focused on those things, but God really spoke to me about YouTube. So actually, Instagram and Facebook were distractions because God spoke to me about YouTube. I needed to dig my heels in on YouTube. But because I was kind of nervous about it, I fell back on where I was comfortable, which is Instagram and Facebook. And I would post there hoping to see change and traction on YouTube. And it didn't happen that way. So actually in January, I closed down my Instagram and Facebook accounts completely so that I could say, Lord, I am focusing on what it is that you told me to focus on. Instead of doing all the things that all the gurus tell me to do, I'm going to focus on what you told me to focus on. And I'm going to trust you. And this made a whole lot of difference. Why? Because my attention wasn't split. Look, I'm a mom of four. I have a husband. There's a lot of things going on in my life, and my attention was constantly split. And I really believe God was like, look, you need to focus. Get off of all those other platforms. They're not growing this what I told you to grow. They're not doing it. You're focusing on there, hoping that it will then give you traction. Just focus on what I told you to focus on. I don't know who that's for, but it was for me. God was like, just focus on what I told you to focus on. And so that's where I'm at. The next thing is focus where God calls you to focus. It links into letting go of the vanity metrics and now refocusing. So again, I let go of Instagram and Facebook and those platforms that I was really putting my focus there because let's be honest, they were giving me kind of a hit of dopamine. Like I was like, "Ooh, I posted something and all these people like this post." I mean, I had gotten so entangled in like, "Oh, I'm going to be a part of the Instagram groups and the Facebook growth groups." And I was a part of all these groups, and ultimately what was happening is that people that wanted to grow their own following were connecting with one another and liking each other's page in hopes that it would trigger the algorithm to grow. It was just a big old mess, and I was distracted. I was distracted from what God actually called me to do. And so when I got off of Instagram and I got off of Facebook, I could really focus where God told me to focus, which was one of the places was on YouTube. The other place was on the Faith Mamas Tribe app. Two places God gave me to focus my attention, and now is the time to do it. So if you are at a place where God is really calling you to do YouTube, focus, honey. Focus. Don't get caught up in all the other things that everybody says you should be doing. Focus where God has called you to focus. The other thing that I saw tremendously grow my channel from that January to March timeframe, or January to February, into February timeframe, is partnering with others. This is not something that I had done before because, again, I was so focused on Instagram. I was so focused on Facebook. But as I began to focus on YouTube, I began to realize that there were other YouTubers that I could connect with and we could serve one another's audiences. And there was one major YouTuber, at least she was major to me, that reached out and asked me to share a Bible study. And I gladly did that because it aligned with exactly what God was calling me to do. And hundreds of subscribers came to my channel from that opportunity. So don't be afraid to partner with others, but make sure to partner with them on the platform in which you are looking to grow in. Making a partnership on Instagram is great, but if God called you to grow and focus on YouTube, it's not going to do as much good as you think it will. So partner with those that are already on the platform that you are looking to grow in. And then the last one that I want to share today before I get into something kind of nitty gritty is pay attention to your audience and not just what you want to do. So there are some videos that I really want to do. And then there's some videos that I know that my audience wants me to talk about, right? I know that faith mamas want me to talk about certain things. I have to track what's going on the channel and in the audience, right? So one of the things that I'm learning is that God wants me to focus on him, and God also wants me to be attuned to my audience. And that's not something I was doing at first. At first, I was just like, okay, well, whatever, God, whatever you want me to do, I'm going to do. But I was completely ignoring what the people that he entrusted to my care were also desiring me to discuss and talk about. And so I did a video on Chesley Crisp because I noticed a lot of faith mamas that I love and know and support, and that God has entrusted to my care, were really grappling with depression and suicide and the things that were going on with Chesley Crisp. And so I did a video on it. And that video got so many views. And I believe because it hit a sweet spot of doing what God had called me to do and paying attention to the people that God has entrusted to my care. And because that video grew, more subscribers came into the channel. And then, so like I said before, being monetized on YouTube requires 1,000 subscribers and then also requires 4,000 watch hours. Now, my 4,000 watch hours honestly came easy because I was being consistent with that very small live stream. It was a live stream. Not a lot of people were on it, but the people that were on it were dedicated throughout the whole time, which helped those 4,000 watch hours. So by the time I reached 1,000 subscribers, we had over 8,000 watch hours, which was absolutely amazing. And so that was really cool. So the consistency piece, God used the consistency piece. And then when I let go of some of the vanity metrics and really focused on what God was calling me to focus on, partnered with others and paid attention to my audience and not just what I wanted to do, then I saw, hey, we are now monetized. So at the end of February of 2022, the Faith Mamas Tribe YouTube channel is now fully monetized, which is absolutely amazing. Now, we're not at the place where we're like breaking the bank or anything, but it does fit into the structure that God has really placed on my heart as far as pulling in finances without charging a membership for the Faith Mamas Tribe community. And some of those ways, again, about how we pull in finances without charging a membership fee is that we do donations, apparel, journals and books, YouTube ad revenue, podcast ad revenue, affiliate marketing, and Amazon Smile program. And later on, we're really going to focus on sponsors, blog ad revenue, and the annual retreat. And I'm telling you this because if you have something in your mind and your heart, and the Lord is saying, hey, I don't want you to charge a membership, but there are other ways to bring in revenue, because let's not be fake about it. Running an online ministry costs money. To run the Faith Mamas Tribe ministry, it costs thousands of dollars every single month just to run the ministry. And so I can't say, well, I'm not going to charge any membership, but then I don't have any plan on how that revenue is going to come in and what are some things that I can do for that revenue to come in. So if you're like me and you really believe that God is calling you to do something, but you also are like, hey, there's some things I know that God doesn't want me to charge for, but all the gurus say that I should charge for this, right? If you're like that, then I encourage you to really seek God for a strategy, because he will give you a strategy on just how you can do exactly what he said and still bring in the finances to be able to provide for the vision that he has given you. I really hope that this video was helpful in some way and encourage encouraged you to keep going. If you're looking to monetize your YouTube channel, keep going, stay consistent, focus on the main thing. If God is saying, hey, it's YouTube, focus on YouTube. Don't go and try to split your attention in all these other places. Let me tell you, it may feel like you're doing something, but you're really not doing what you think you're doing. You're just splitting yourself in all these other places. And then focus in on learning the platform that God has called you to. If it's YouTube, focus in on YouTube. If it's podcasting, focus in on podcasting. If it's blogging, focus in on blogging. If you know that there's another platform that's going to come later, let it come later, but focus on the first thing first that he's showing you, and then start adding other platforms once you develop some mastery on the one that you're on. One of the pieces of advice that I think was so detrimental to my growth at the very beginning is I thought I had to be on every single platform in order to grow. And that was actually hurting my growth as opposed to like actually growing it. I thought I had to be a master of Instagram, a master of Facebook, a master of Pinterest, and a master of YouTube, and run the Faith Mamas Tribe app really well. And God really released me from that thing after spending some time with prayer and said, hey, you're following the gurus, but I need you to follow me, and I need you to focus on what I told you to focus on. Come on, because what I was doing was I was adding what the guru said with where God was really leading me to focus. But God had to get my heart and say, I want you to focus where I told you to focus. It doesn't mean that there's anything bad with Facebook or anything bad with Instagram or any of that. No, but it's just that God was calling me to focus on a particular place. And it was my job to trust him and focus there and really hone my skill right there instead of making myself like go all over the place. And so that's the biggest piece of advice. If you're looking to monetize on YouTube, my biggest advice is focus. Focus and pray, seek the Lord for his strategy. There are so many other strategies out here, and I'm not saying that you can't learn from them, because you can. I learned from a lot of different strategies, right? But as Christian content creators, our first strategy should come from God. And any adjustments to that strategy should also go through God. If I want to add something to it, I need to be in prayer and not just add it because a guru said so. That is the easiest way to burn yourself out. And trust me, within that year that I was trying to post and do all these things, and the channel wasn't growing or anything like that, within that year, like I was trying to do all the things that everybody told me to do. But then I stopped and I focused, and God is faithful. And another thing, and I just want to give this out, just real quick. Another thing is I don't edit my videos. I'm not saying that I won't, right? I'm not saying that I won't. Most of my videos you see done in one take. And I use StreamYard to pull up things on the screen. Like when I want to pull that up on the screen, I use StreamYard to do it, and I just pre-record it. But why? Because I got 4 kids. And God had to get me to the place where he's like, your journey isn't going to look like everybody else's journey. You got to do what I called you to do. I have 4 kids, and there was a point in time where I was spending hours upon hours trying to figure out how to edit a video. Look, that's just not my season right now. But there are tools and strategies out here that can help you. But our job is to listen to God first before we try to go out here and listen to the gurus. I am here to tell you, as a Christian content creator, look, I know this video isn't for everybody, but if you are a Christian content creator, or if you're looking to build a ministry online, please listen to the strategy of God before you try to take on the strategy of everyone else. Learn from everyone's expertise. I'm not saying don't learn. Learn from everyone's expertise, but take it all to God and allow him to kind of lead your path and your strategy instead of you thinking that you got to do it the way that everybody else does it. You don't, right? Do it the way that God is leading you to do, and continue learning on your journey. I hope this video was helpful to you, and let me know in the comments if you would like me to do more Ministry Mondays where I talk about different things I'm learning as I am growing in online ministry, or as I am bringing in funds into this ministry and things like that. If this is something that you are interested in, please let me know. And if you are looking to start an online ministry of your own, whether it's a blog or a YouTube channel, an Instagram page, or a community on Facebook, or your own standalone app, let me know in the comments. I would love to know what God has really placed on your heart and how I can support you. Because look, Us faith mama sisters got to stick together. And I'm excited for all that God has placed on your heart to do. I pray that this video enriched your life in some way. And I would love to know how I can support you further. Have an amazing Monday. And I hope that you enjoyed this Ministry Monday. And if you want more videos like this, let me know in the comments and then I'll make some more. All right. Talk to y'all later.